From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets, we're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game. And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute, and that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
And, you know, when you've played over a decade and a half in the league, it's expected that you're going to slow down, but LeBron still going strong.
Brown wide open. He fires. And he's way off from outside. Kicks it out to LeBron. That one goes. Count it.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
Kicks it out to Harden. Down low. It's stolen by Schroeder. Kuzma with it. Oh, that was terrific.
Nice. Good. Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Harden draws the double. Here's Jordan. No good with the layup.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
You know, the power and intensity on display there from James, guys. I mean, giving the defense no other choice but to foul.
Free throw drops for James.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility. And offense is tertiary to his contributions.
Here's Harden. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
James. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. 4-point game.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball.
Jordan is such a defensive presence. Really key that he stays engaged at that end of the floor.
Over in the corner, Brown. inside. They kick it out to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harris misses.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And the rejection by Harrell. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's LeBron. And that time, also a missed shot. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Baseline jumper. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling it.
That free throw missing.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. You know, Jordan to me is one of the more reliable bigs in the league. He takes a lot of punishment and rarely takes a night off. Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Back to Harden. To the inside. Green. Pass to Jordan. Over Harrell. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And the 3 off target.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted 3-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their 3-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Here's LeBron. Second shot opportunity. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
And stolen by Harrell. Here's James.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster. The
Lakers in the lead. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And that one's good. Green.
Over the last few years, I think Harden has fine-tuned his playmaking skills. A threat for double-digit assists every night.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Well, you know, teams look for plus sixes. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Nets trailed by 3. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year. Reversed hit home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
And stolen by James. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's James. A second chance effort. Jordan with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. Back right after this.
All right now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
And both free throws good for James. Here's Irving. To the middle. And Luwawu gets it to go. Luwawu's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Pass to Gasol. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And again, the Lakers no good. Got a piece of it. Back to Brown. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. All going up court. Here's Schroeder. Finished off the break.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. Irving drives in. And Green slams it in.
Tell you what, I could watch this move and this movie all night long. Irving doing a nice job getting his team quality shots.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Here's Kuzma. Rejected by Harris. Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys. Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's the combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Here's Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
To the paint. Here's Shamet. He can't get that one to fall. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Here's Horton Tucker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
The drive by James. And the dunk by James.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jordan. Morris with the rebound. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, that's one of the reasons LeBron is so hard to defend. He puts you in a tough spot, forces you to foul him because he's so strong and athletic, and then he gets himself to the line.
Second free throw, no good. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick and roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch and shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Harden outside. 1:14 left to play in the first half. Can't connect from short range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That gives them the lead. Morris has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks.
He's really taking his to him. Deciding to change it up. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Harden. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for James Harden.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
LeBron outside. Jordan with some nice D.
And the rebound battle splits evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And how much do you love to see a guy with the skill and the nerve to pull off that reverse?
Well, you know, Greg, if it was any other player, it might be surprising. But he is just so good.
Guys, I tell you what, he's definitely one of the few guys with that move.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. They get it back. Morris, no good. With the teardrop. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. Inside. Here's Morris. Another shot. 1 second left. Here's James. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We've got more in store for you right after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nets leading by 5. Irving with the ball. Harden with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Harden draws the double. And stolen by Harrell. Pass to Schroeder. Back to James. And the dunk by LeBron.
You cannot give James these types of opportunities. That guy is relentless.
Here's Harris. Left side, Jordan. Back to Harris. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open. Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind him taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Coming on the floor for your Nets, Jeff Green.
The Lakers trail. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Just 5 to shoot. Tries to keep it alive. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes. But in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The Nets making a switch here. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
The Nets with the lead. And Brooklyn with another turnover here.
Now into the lineup for the Lakers, Marcus.
Third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. For the lead, he doesn't hit that one. The Nets go the other way with it. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Lakers on the break. LeBron with the ball. And finished off by LeBron.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Nobody near Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And he makes the first. Both free throws good for LeBron. Timeout called, the Nets. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Nets trailed by 3. Irving with the ball. Gasol covering. And it's blocked.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. They need this one. Irving. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Shooting for Brooklyn.
Well, Irving takes advantage of any mistakes defenders make, so you've got to recognize how crafty he is.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
You know what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handles. Rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here.
Every timeout a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Brooklyn Nets versus Lakers. Brooklyn Nets final. Kalaban ko si Mr. rraureada12. Si Lodi.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside Matthews. To the middle. Kuzma, that's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role, tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Here's Irving. Off target at the rim. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his third foul so far. Lakers leading by 3. Caruso looking for an opening. Here's Horton Tucker. Here's Gasol. Off with the layup. Here's Shamet. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Here's Caruso. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Irving pulls it down. And that one's good. Shamet. And the Nets lead by 1. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire. Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
There's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Matthews goes in. Over in the corner, Gasol. Here's the three. Rebound, Brooklyn. And Luwawu gets it to go. And now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting two.
He's off on the first.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often that's the case for this team.
Timeout called the Lakers. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number and he knows it.
Sa kalaban ko si rraureada12. Latest po siya. Quick game po kami.
The Lakers making a switch here.
Rraureada.
And the second free throw, good.
Rraureada12 pala. Rraureada.
Here is Harden. 21 points in the game. And it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harden, no good. Quite a few trips to the line in this one, and he's making them count, going 8 for 10 at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Here is Harden. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Shamet. Here's Luwawu. There's the lob for Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Comes up empty down low. It could go. No good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. It's the Nets leading by just 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Make a love shout out Sapat ka na.
As we begin the fourth.
Ayan, nawala na ako. Teka lang. Wait lang sandali. Pink Panda. Patayin ko muna yung ano, nawawala kasi yung signal eh. Yan, dakdakan.
He's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Rejected by Gasol.
You really got to admire the reach of Gasol. He's excellent at utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots. Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game break wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
5 million viewers.
Free throw good, James.
Hindi ko po makita yung comment kasi pinatay ko ulit yung ano. Sinisidihan ko lang ng pakonti-konti tapos pinapatay ko rin yung cellphone kaya di ko makita yung nagko-comment. Pero alam ko kung sino yung mga nagko-comment na yan. Thank you so much to you. You're the best of migs.
Both free throws good from James. Nets trail by 3. Harden scanning the floor. Rebounded by the Lakers. James wide open. It's hauled in by Harris. Down low. Knocked away. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. That's tipped. They recover it. And it's Harrell missing. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Nets making a switch here. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too. You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Going right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
You got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Taking 2 shots.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Free throw good, James Harden. The Lakers making a switch here.
Shoutout sa 6 million viewers. Thank you sa mga nagko-comment. Mega love shoutout sa inyo.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. James. And finished off by LeBron.
Boy, I tell you, LeBron is so active and aggressive and so strong. I love watching him go after rebounds like this.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
And the dunk by James.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, as Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Lang po tayo. Wait lang sandali. Mega love shoutout Inka Mika.
With David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Timeout called the Lakers.
Lodge, rraureada, narinig mo ba ako? Do you hear me? Na lang po tayo.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Irving misses. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That will be foul number 5 on him. Lakers leading by 3. LeBron with it. He's picked up by Jordan.
There was no doubt about who they were going to on that. Of course not. LeBron coming through.
And he's really been dialed in here down the stretch. 5 of 7 from the field.
Now Schroeder. Pass to Harrell. Back to Schroeder. Clock at 6. The drive by James. And finished off by LeBron.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time. How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Pass to LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Malas si LeBron, malas.
Can't make a second free throw either. Listen both. Nets trailed by 3. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him, and he's right most of the time.
And they double up James. Kuzma outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Kyle Kuzma, a man you can trust in the clutch. Big spots, big shots.
Yes, and the foul. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
Tied up with that one.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
For Jordan.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Outside Irving. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out to Harris. From past the arc. That one no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. LeBron, no good. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
And here's Harden. Pops it up for Jordan. Money!
Jordan coming up big. His name is Cole, and he ups the ante and delivers.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional that was needed.
Nice game, Lods. Nice game. Nice game.
They were electric.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge.
Nice game, Lods.